Here it is, our final look, our final presentation of our today's special value. I'm going to just start and say, if you have not purchased a new vacuum cleaner for yourself in just even the last couple of years, do yourself a favor, because vacuum cleaning technology has taken a giant leap forward. The job is so much easier, so much more thorough. How about a vacuum cleaner that exposes you to 1,000 times less dust, and then it empties itself? Take a look. This is our Shark Today's special
value.
Slide it in. So now I'm not touching any of that dust. Boom, there it is. This is QVC's most fully featured Shark stick vac ever, paired for the first time with this down here, the first time we've done it with the auto empty base. Elizabeth Watts is here with us from Shark. So it has been a very, very busy day, and we're saving you lowest price we've found. Come over here. I want to show everyone what they get, and then we're going to get right to it. This is our final Shark stick vac, today's special value of the year, and that's really significant because Shark is the #1 stick vac brand in the entire country. And I don't care where you shop for Shark, you can find a lot of places. Nobody has a value like this, and nobody is going to have a value like this again. We're not doing it again for at least the rest of the year. So here's what you're going to get. Your vacuum itself with the self-emptying base. This on its own would be $489.99, right? Is that right? $449. You know what? I couldn't see. It was so far away. $449.99 just for the vac itself. We're going to show you all the accessories. If purchased separately, $487.43. We're saving you $187. You're getting it home for 5 easy payments of $60 with free shipping and handling. You're going to pick a color. Everybody gets, they all do the same thing. You're just going to pick the color you want. Elizabeth has it in the dark silver, which I don't think dark silver is out there. Oh, it's on the, okay. I kicked this off at midnight. It was on the other side.
They mixed it up on you.
Okay, here's your dark silver. You can get this at retail, but guess what? At retail, you'll pay $187 more for what we're giving you. Then we have colors that are exclusive to QVC. This is the blue. We'll call it, I think that, yes, that's our blue. We have it in the plum. We have it in magenta. Do we still have peacock?
No, peacock's sold out.
Yep. And magenta, only 500 left. 12,000 ordered today. Not only are you getting the LightDetect itself, you are also getting your crevice tool, the anti-allergen dusting brush. This thing rocks. You're getting your multi-tool, which is awesome for pets. Getting all that hair, grooming the furniture. You're getting a year's supply of the odor neutralizers, which you can use. You don't have to use, but they're really nice. But let's get to it, because I was really thinking about this for even people who say my vacuum cleaner's fine.
You might want this.
It's time to upgrade.
And well, I'm going to show you right here on the handle first, guys, what we're doing here. When you turn the unit on, Sandra, first it takes a second to think, and it senses what floor you're on. That's the first detect. It has FloorDetect. Then watch this blue light. Blue means my part of where I am on the floor is clean, but obviously that's a big pile of stuff, right, Sandra? Look at this. Yellow, it's going to toggle up to red. When it sees the dirt, and you know, this is really interesting, Sandra. Imagine if that was a broken glass. This actually lets you know, keep vacuuming until it goes back to blue, right? That lets you know when that color turns back to blue, now it's for sure, it's clean, there's nothing else on that floor. So we didn't really, you know, give that nuance last night.
It literally tells you when your floor is clean. It also knows when you're up against the edge. It also knows when you're going under things and you need a little light. And we're going to show you all of that. But start with this, the fact that LightDetect, it knows if you're on a hard floor or a carpet.
That's right.
You don't have to push a button. It does it beautifully. It's not just vacuuming these hardwood floors. It is vacuuming and dusting.
Yes, this also has our Duo Clean brush head, so it's our best brush head. So it knows it's on hard floors. Wow, it ramped up because it had a little extra, it saw a little extra dirt. And then, see the light? When it encounters a baseboard or an edge or a corner, it gives you more suction. It also knows, check this out, when I go to carpet, this carpet's clean, but I can hear it's got more suction. But when I go over here to the hair, now I'm ramping up to that 50% more suction for 50% better cleaning. And that's what you need to get that deep down clean. And so those are the 3 detects, Sandra. And we also give you the LightDetect, as you said, which we can show you in just a minute.
I love this because around baseboards and under cabinets, that's where a lot of dirt can accumulate. And a lot of vacuum cleaners don't do great on the edges. This has edge detect. It's perfect.
And you might notice there's also a little light right here. That light is adjusting itself, and it's not just a pretty light. It's indicating whether the floor is clean or not. So if you can't see all the coffee grounds on the floor, maybe you don't have your glasses on. I think we said that last night. Or maybe you just don't feel like, looking too closely. Let the vacuum tell you. Okay, so I picked all that up.
And sometimes you can see it on hard floors, but on carpets, you might think you got all of the sand out of your beige carpet or something. This tells you when you actually have.
And check this out. Here's that LightDetect. When you go under a dark space, it's kind of like those automatic high beams on our car, right? There's the low beam. There's always a little bit of a light, but when you need the extra light, it knows, it senses it, and it gives you that extra light.
That's great for like seeing under beds to make sure there's no more dust bunnies.
Right.
Now, here's the thing though. It'll tell you when there's no more dust bunnies too.
It will, because it goes back to blue.
A smart vacuum.
Yes. Also a 2-pound hand vac. Okay, and here's what I like. It still gives you that adjusting power in the hand vac mode. So it knows if there's extra dirt or dust, maybe you can't always see the dust, and it picks it up. This is just one of the 3 tools that you get. And okay, when we're done, Sandra, am I going to take this over to the trash can and try to aim and try to, get everything in the garbage?
No, because listen, if you take it over, I just want to say, usually with the vacuum cleaners, you take it over to the trash can and you're pulling a lever. As soon as all the dirt in the chamber goes into your trash can, dust comes up. This is going to expose you to 1,000 times less dust. Here it is.
Because of this system. So what I'm going to do?
Into the air we're breathing.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, this is your charging base too. So you'll plug that in, and every time you're done cleaning, you just bring your vacuum back. You just slide it in. Now Sandra and I have stepped away. No one's touching it. It automatically, look at that, and it keeps going in. It keeps trying to get everything out of that dustbin.
Now, typically, dustbins get pretty dirty because there's really no way to clean them except for, to hit the lever and have it fall out. Look how clean the dustbin is every single time.
It does a great job.
Where does it go?
Yeah, that's a great question. So here is your extra. It's kind of like 2 vacuums in one. So look at how large. This is your dust collecting bin. This will hold several weeks worth of dust. It also kind of compacts the dirt. So when you do go empty it, I would suggest empty it outside. There's a little button here. The bottom falls out.
Like take it out to the dumpster, and then you're never going to have the dust released to get into your house.
Also, there's 2 filters on the base as well, so 4 different filters that you can wash and maintain. Here's your odor control. This is so important. This little puck, it's not like a candle or something like that. It just kind of helps guard against that bad odor in the vacuum.
Well, here's the nice thing. If you have like say kitty litter or just any kind of dust or dirt that smells, it is nice because it's going to keep accumulating in there, but you're never going to have to smell it. And then you take it outside, put it in a trash can or dumpster. You never have to breathe that in.
Yeah, that's why, and it traps 99% of all those tiny particles.
Where would you like to go next?
Do you want to go to the kitchen?
Yes, but I do want everyone to know this is our final presentation of our today's special value. Price goes away in about 18 minutes. This is the lowest price we found. You are saving $187 for way less than the cost of just the vacuum cleaner. We're giving you all the extras. No one else has this. Now, you just went handheld.
Yeah, I just went handheld. 2 pounds. It's so light, Sandra.
So under 2 pounds?
Yeah, it's a 2-pound hand vacuum. And by the way, when you're using it in hand vac mode, if you use it, there are 2 other modes. There's Eco and Boost that you can select. If you're using it in Eco mode, you get up to an hour of charge time. Okay? I got to stop.
I was able to test drive this at home. This was the one I'm like, am I going to want to use a dusting brush? Because it's just faster maybe to take a cloth and dust. Oh, no. I dusted all my kitchen counters, not counters, I'm sorry, my shelves. Oh, yeah. My floating shelves in my kitchen. And this is not just a little dusting brush. That's an anti-allergen dust brush.
Exactly. And what that means is it grabs all the little tiny particles.
Instead of just pushing things around.
Exactly. It kind of breaks that static barrier, especially on something like a glass cooktop like this, or your flat screen TVs. But I'm with you, Sandra. I found that dusting with this was amazing because it's bringing all the dust into the sealed system instead of just pushing it back into the air.
That's right. And then you don't have a rag covered in dust.
Exactly. And then you also do get your crevice tools. So these are all your different tools. And you'll use these, man, this is great in a car, great in the slider tracks. You can put all of these tools also right onto the end of the extension. I know we have a sort of a short time frame, so I just want to show that here, Sandra, because this is an important thing to note. Look at how versatile this is, right? I can go right down to the slider tracks. Here, come over here. I can get the baby chair.
You can also go really high,
Yeah.
ceiling fans.
Exactly, and because this is so lightweight, I'm kind of being silly here. But I could, look, I could just get all the cobwebs and things here.
Especially with that dusting brush. Put that
Yeah.
on the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, ceiling fans and things like that. And then look at how easy this is. I mean, one tool that you could leave in, you could leave it in your kitchen. You could put it in your pantry.
Yeah.
You know.
So here's what I like. You're about to doing all the cereal on the floor, but over here you have kitty litter.
I do.
Anyone who has a cat who has kitty litter, this is the vacuum for you, because not only is it vacuuming, it's getting all the kitty litter dust up.
Yep.
And then you never have to touch that dust again.
Right.
You are exposed to 1,000 times less dust by using the self-emptying base.
Yeah, let me grab these kibbles because it does get larger pieces too. And so here's what Sandra's talking about. You're like, what? Self-empty base? Isn't that a stick vac? Yeah, it is. But when you get done cleaning, you bring it back to home base. You just slide it in. I'm going to wait for that close shot because let me tell you, Sandra, at my house, we gather around because it's so fun to see all that dirt. We're like, wait, I want to see it. That's not very much, but you'll see. And here's the cool thing. No matter if it's full or not, every single time it gets emptied. And then if a couple pieces left, it'll get it next time. But then the next time you're using this, it's a clean vacuum. You're not starting with a dirty vacuum.
Yeah, you're not starting with a dirty vacuum. All of that has gone into the self-emptying base. You never have to have a plume of dust go back into the air when you empty it.
Yeah, so many great features here. So here's the thing to note. You could change the different, the speeds. Keep it on auto all the time. Keep it auto detect. That way it's always detecting and adapting to whatever your home has. So do you have shag carpets? It works great on shag. It works great on all your hard surface floors. If you have the dust bunnies that like to live in the corners under the little crack underneath the baseboards, this will grab it because of that extra suction. And all these things you're seeing, you don't have to even know about this. The vacuum knows. It just does it automatically. So you push one button, does it all for you.
You know, this vacuum itself has been on QVC, I think 1 or 2 other times. It is the most fully featured shark vac that's ever been on QVC. It's the brand that is the #1 stick vac brand in the United States 4 years running. What's different is we have never paired this most fully featured vac, and by that I mean the EdgeDetect, the FloorDetect, the DirtDetect, the Light, all the smart features. We've never paired it with the self-emptying base before. If you were gonna get the vacuum cleaner and the base anywhere else, it is $449.99, $450 basically. We are also giving you the anti-allergen dust brush. You will want that. You'll get your odor pucks right here. You'll want that. If purchased separately, $487.43. We are saving you about $187, getting it home for $60 on Easy Pay, getting free shipping and handling. And if you do not have a Q card, and that's our store credit card, and you want a Q card, you will instantly get, if you open a Q card right now, a $50 account credit. That takes the $487 vacuum down for you to about $250.
That's amazing.
That is wild.
That is wild.
You got to act fast. We've got 12 more minutes.
12 minutes, okay.
12 minutes, that's it.
Well, let's talk about the brush roll some, Sandra, because there's
please.
so much to talk about with this.
This is my favorite part because
okay, awesome.
I have long hair.
Yeah.
Got 2 daughters who have long hair. We have 2 bunnies and 2 rabbits.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time cleaning hair out of brush rolls on vacuum
I bet you have in your lifetime,
And, you know, I actually have, I think,
Do you have this
model or something similar.
This is a shark.
Older shark.
Yeah,
It's great.
we sold it about 10 years ago. And you know what's funny? At the time, this was the compact version. Look how far we've come. Does have the cord.
I hate when you're vacuuming and the cord falls that comes out, or just even the winding up of the cord. Like, this is powerful without the cord.
Yeah, and
so get rid of the cord. I love it just for that.
Before you needed this, I want to show the base just real quick.
Okay, just to show
because
it's clean.
this is also the difference. This is a clean, but look how these are the bristles, okay? And there's the power fin. So that's a couple differences that we have here. Sandra and I are going to go head to head and both pick up human hair off the floor. So first thing I note is that I had to make sure yours was on carpet mode.
Oh, right.
Mine automatically adjusts. So whatever